Hello everyone, my name is Hatchard, and today's games aren't a 5-0 or anything, but I thought they were hilarious. The first two games were kind of normal, I think, but the last three games were actually really funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first game. This one was kind of just me losing the game. My very last play, I made the wrong play, and I didn't think about it very hard until like after I made my play. So then, yeah, that wound up being bad. Otherwise, I could have been still in it. I don't think so. The guy's card quality was insane past the very opening turns. This is like the only way I've seen Forest Craft win, so he kind of played up that strategy. So that's pretty neat for him. I'm gonna go through the game rather quickly here because this isn't like the funny part. Also, like, going second would have been a lot better for me. I have like a lot of things I could do going second. That would have been a lot better, but he just has the final evolution. So that pans out really well for him. This play was like one of the big things. Like, him not having any damage on this was huge, so I had to actually play something out in order to contest it like this. Where if it had damage on it, I could have just used Blitz Lancer. So I lost like all tempo at this point. And now at this point, it's kind of like going to even up a little bit because I have a Blitz Lancer and I think I play the Shield Angel. So I haven't really been card tracking at all this game. This guy also gives me a lot of issues because he's just a 4/4. But he's dropped his first big thing here with the 6/8 that gives everybody spell immunity and stuff. So I couldn't think of a better way to clear this thing, so I wound up doing it this way. I could have traded both in and made a 1/1, but that just didn't work out. Or it wouldn't have worked out. So this is a little string of luck for me, but I decided to make two 1/1s here anyway because I want the board presence, because I want to draw 4 cards with that card. So that's what I was thinking there, and I think that was a good play. But then this just happens, and I wasn't card tracking, so I don't know how relatively early he drew that. Like, I think it was like right here, but not entirely sure. Here I'm just trying to play out as many things as possible. I wanted to play at least 2 things, and this seemed like the best way to do it, honestly. And this gives me a fit with trying to figure out how to deal with it. So I just Blitz Lancer it with the thing. This puts out a lot of minions. It blocks his Bahamut from attacking face still, even if he hits with the kid in here. But he just has more big stuff, which is kind of insane. Like, I was kind of counting on that taking more damage. So yeah, this play was where I lost the game. I should have ran both these into this thing, played this guy, ran both these guys into the Forest Gigas and Cyclone Bladed, but I just conceded instead. I just played out my hand and conceded. I was looking at my deck size versus his deck size and his hand size, and I basically decided I couldn't win that game, even though I should have kept going and kept trying. So yeah. This game, I don't remember too much of because it wasn't where the funny things started happening. The funny things start in Game 3 and then in Game 5 as well. It was kind of hilarious, actually. Oh, yeah, this game was just a stomp. Albert just swings for 10 and wins the game, I think. Nothing spectacular going on here. I'm just getting a lot of like 2-for-1s and free damage and stuff going on here. Lots of just like free cards from my opponent because I have so many rush minions in this deck. And I'm gonna get another one here. And play the front lines as well. I was really glad to see the Dance of Death there. So here I figured, like, he probably doesn't have an AoE that deals with the board, but this is pretty good too. It's not that great considering I still have 2 evolutions left, but he has the Blazing Breath left, so that's gone. I decided keeping this guy alive is worthwhile, because if he just like plays something to kill it here, then I get the 2 1/1s rather than not having at least one of these 1/1s. So then this turn is pretty straightforward. I just play the Sage's Commander and the 4th Weaponry and I go face for 10, because I have the Elbert. This is just a free game at this point. Like, he needs a ward of some sort, but it has to be big enough that I can't get through it with these 2. He thinks he's technically alive. I don't even bother to evolve the Albert actually. I just hit. And I do it in that order because I hit with this and then I hit with this guy in order to like, you have to wait for the animation, so always be doing something, I guess. Is something that's been driven into me by countless years of gaming. I don't know. Okay, so here's where the fun starts happening. I was actually really mad at this start, but then it sort of just worked out. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any other draws to contest the board with. This is just going to be it. Luckily, he doesn't have anything either. So he plays a Samurai, and this is probably the best card I could have drawn in the game, because it both kills his guy and makes a 2/1, which is pretty sick. So he just makes 2 guys here, but I'm gonna have a 3/2 in a second. And with that draw, I get to take out both his guys and just have board control. Normally on 4 with an evolution, you can't kill both things, so he's just gonna go ahead and kill the 3/1 here. Which is fine by me, because I get my evolutions next. And I get to hit him in the face for 6. So I debated on whether to play the ward here or the Advent Blader, but the ward just made more sense to me, because with an evolution that still protects this guy, but it wound up like not mattering because they are the assassin. So now he's just playing an assassin out to clear my board, which is... I don't like using evolutions if it trades evenly, especially if that person already evolved that minion, but I don't see anything wrong with his play because he has the extra evolution. It's just really hard for him to get value or whatever. I'm just smiling because I remember what happens here. I draw the Cyclone Blade, which is sick. I get to hit him in the face for 3. It becomes a 4/3, and I get to play Gabriel on it. So this actually turned out pretty well for me, like, all things considered. And I got to make an 11/9 Vanguard. It's not every day you get to see that. I mean, come on, that's hilarious, right? An 11/9 Vanguard. I think this game was much very similar to game 2. I think I just sort of closed it out with Albert. But in a similar fashion to game 3 there, I believe I start buffing things very early. with the front lines and the whole sold swing. Like, this combination of cards is so strong in the early game. I don't think Frontlines is a very good card in general, but when you have this sort of like combination going on, I think it's okay. Where I'm now trading for a 3-drop and a 2-drop with just one card, which is pretty fantastic. So I do the same thing that I did in the last game, because I value having this guy alive, because now he's a 7-1, so anything he evolves into it is going to be killed. However, he just has the Siegfried. So I play a Sentry and I evolve into it. At this point I'm thinking I need to save this final evolution for Albert because I just want to do 10 damage at the end of the game. But I don't recall that mattering, actually. So, doing nothing there was kind of just punting the game over in my court. So now he's just at 12 health, and I don't see a way for him to get back into this without even more healing, and it's not likely that he's going to have that. So now I get to play Gabriel and hit him in the face for another 8. I don't see a point in evolving here because it's just like he either has the ward and then Albert kills the ward, like a 10 health ward even for free, or he clears my guy and then Albert finishes him off. Like, putting him at 4 compared to putting him at 2 just doesn't matter, it seems to me. And I did have to evolve there too, because I did have only one attack with the Albert in that circumstance because I played him for 5. So yeah, that game wasn't very impressive either, but this game was short and sweet. And a little taste of why Havencraft is normally bad in Arena. Even though they can have some insane drafts, their low end is very awful. So, if this looks familiar to anyone, let me know. Not a lot going on here. Forbidden Ritual's not even a good play here. I'm just gonna have a 3 health minion, and luckily it buffed that guy. Like, almost all my buffs landed on this guy instead of this guy. Or all of them did. So that was actually just, like, really good for me. And then the RNG hit my commander, which is fine for me because now I just have a 5-4 in play. I would have had a 3-5 in play otherwise, and that would have also been fine by me, but this keeps getting buffed now. Oh. I guess I just won. Yeah, Haven's not that great in Arena. It's I think it has some of the highest end decks. I didn't actually release the video about my 3-2 run that I thought was really good. I just wasn't satisfied with the quality of the video, I think. But I think that has to be my fastest 4-1 in Arena, and if not for the Forestcraft player, who just curved super high and didn't get punished for it, I would have. I think that was a 5-0 deck, but I got punished by the very high curving Forestcraft player who had a Bahamut. So I guess that's that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I thought Game 3 and Game 5 were worth sharing, so hopefully you felt the same way. Peace out.